Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to discuss about 12th computer science practical session. Okay, before itself we have to going to learn how to install Python software in our computer and laptop, and how to use that Python programming coding in that software itself. Okay, so that two topics today we are going to discuss in this video link itself. Okay, now we are going to install Python software. Okay, Python 3.7.3. okay, I stored that software in my laptop. Okay, so that software is there in here. Okay, Python 3.7.3. okay, this software I'm going to install now. You have to double click. Okay, so it will be showing a yes or no window. Okay, so there itself we have to click yes. Okay, click yes. It will be asking install now. Yes, you have to install now. Okay, it will be taking some time to install that Python 3.7.3. okay, that software will install. After that we have to execute a program. Okay, in Python programming language itself we have a two methods to we have to execute a Python coding. Okay, what are that? Two method is there. One is interactive mode programming, another one is the script mode programming. Okay, this is the two methods to we have to execute a Python programming language. Okay, so how to execute a interactive mode, first we have to discuss, and then after we have to discuss a okay, script mode programming. Okay, first one is the interactive mode, next one is the script mode. Okay, we have to see that examples everything. Okay, after finishing this Python 3.7 sorry 0.4. okay, these setups after completing we have to see how to execute a Python coding in interactive mode and script mode. Okay, this installation will be taking some time to some minutes to installed. Okay, so you have to wait after installation. Okay, Python successfully installed. Okay, that message will come. After that only we have to going to open our Python interactive mode and the script mode and execute a Python coding. Okay, so one by one you have to install this software perfectly in your computer or laptop, and then after only you going to execute your all the Python codings. Okay, see here, setup was successful. Okay, I have to close that. Okay, now we first going to discuss interactive mode programming. Go to start all programs. Okay, here Python 3.7. okay, so here IDLE Python 3.7 32-bit. okay, so I have to click that one. Okay, your Python coding interactive mode page will be open. Okay, like that only. Okay, so that page will be open like that only. Here itself you have to type your coding and getting output immediately. Okay, in interactive mode you have to type a coding, immediately you have to get a output down itself. Okay, that is called as a interactive mode. Okay, script mode means I will tell you later. Okay, interactive mode means one line coding you have to type means immediately that result will be displaying in down itself. Okay, we have to see that example. Okay, first one 5 plus 10. Okay, what is the result? 15. See here. Okay, just I typed a value only 5 plus 10. I used a one operator. What operator? Addition operator I am using here. Just to add these two values and displaying the result from here. 5 plus 10 15. Next one, another coding I will tell you. Okay, like that you have to do. Okay, 5 double star 2. Okay, that means what it is. 5 double star 2 means 5 power 2. Okay, that is the meaning of double star. Okay, double star we have to put means, that means 5 power 2. Okay, that means what it is. 5 power 2 means we have to multiply value 5 2 times. Okay, we have to multiply 5 value 5 2 times. 5 is to 5 25. Okay, we have to enter. Okay, here what error will come? Syntax error will come here. Okay, but result will be okay. So why what is the error from here? Unexpected intent error. Okay, intent error they shown. Okay, so now I have to type one more time. Okay, so I have to enter. See here. So what is the intent errors are? Unexpected intent means what it is. Okay, this 5 before. Okay, one red line will come now. Okay, red line will come. Okay, this line will be what it is. Intent space I given. Okay, no need for this intent space. Okay, so I given intent space, that's why this syntax error is came. Okay, see here I didn't give any space from in front of a value. Okay, so now result is displayed. Okay, 5 power 2. Okay, power meaning double star means 5 power 2. Okay, we have to multiply value 5 2 times. 5 is to 5 25. Okay, that is the result. Next one, how to display string in interactive mode. Okay, we have to use a print function. Print, okay, double quotation itself, welcome to Python programming. Okay, this is the string. Within double quotes I have to close that print function. Okay, open and close bracket also you have to put. Okay, so I closed that. After that I have to enter. So what is the result? Welcome to Python programming. Then string alone, okay, that string alone it will be displaying on your screen. This is the result. This is the output. Welcome to Python programming. Okay, in the interactive mode, we type a coding, immediately we have to get a result down itself. Okay, that is called as a interactive mode. Okay, another one example. Okay, I have to declare two variables, x equal to 10. Sorry, x equal to 10, y equal to 20. Okay, now z equal to x plus y. Okay, so what I typed coding standard. Okay, x and y, two variables there, values 10 20 like that. Okay, I have to add that x and y values and stored in z variable. Okay, so I want to display the result. How I have to display? Use a print function. Okay, print, okay, function I have to use the sum of equal to, okay, what value will be stored here? Z variable value only store here. Why it is means x and y will be add and stored in z variable. So I have to enter z from here and then close that print function. Enter here 10 plus 20 30. The sum of equal to 30. Okay, so directly we have to get a result from in interactive mode. Okay, this is called as a interactive mode. Next one is the script mode. Okay, another one is script mode. Okay, so script mode, what you have to do? Go for file, new file. Okay, this is the script mode. Here itself we have to type our coding. First we have to type our coding. X equal to 10, y equal to 20, z equal to x plus y. Okay, print function I have to use, displaying the output from in print function, use of print function, double quotation, the sum of. Okay, so interactive mode already we used this coding. Okay, a same coding I have to use in script mode also. Okay, double quotation comma. Okay, z value will be print here. Okay, see here x 10 y 20. Okay, this x and y value will be add and stored in z variable. Okay, 10 plus 20 30. Now z variable itself, what value will be there? 30 value is there. Okay, that z variable value I am going to displaying in a screen. Okay, I have to use a print function to the sum of equal to, I have to get a I have to display a z variable value. Okay, now I am going to save a file. After typing your coding, you must save your file. Go for file, save, there itself. Okay, p1 dot py. Okay, so this is p1 is the file name, dot py is the extension of a Python coding. Must you have to type dot py after file name, you put dot py. Okay, that is very must. Okay, after that you have to save. Okay, save that file and execute your program now. Okay, go for run option, click run module. See here the sum of 30. Okay, this is interactive mode. Up to this interactive mode. Okay, after restarting, okay, this is script mode result, the sum of equal to 30. Okay, this is a script mode. We have to type our coding from here, then after we have to save that file. Afterwards we going to execute a program. That result only will be displaying on a screen. Okay, this is the script mode. Okay, so interactive mode means what it is, we have to type a coding, immediately we have to get a result from that interactive mode itself. Okay, so maybe you understand clearly. Okay, we have to see some more example for an script mode. Okay, so we have a different types of way to we have to executing a Python programming. Okay, so one is the interactive mode, another one is the script mode. Now we have to execute a, okay, we have to execute a string. Okay, how to execute a string we have to see now. Here I have to use, okay, simply I have to use print welcome to Python programming. Okay, this is my string now. Okay, another string, print welcome you all. Welcome you all practical session. Okay, I have to save this file. Go to file option, save. Okay, I saved. Go for run module. See here, welcome to Python programming. So next string, welcome you all practical session. Okay, this is the output of that particular coding. Okay, just I print the string, that's all. Okay, this is the way to we have to printing the string in script mode. Okay, now you understand clearly interactive mode and the script mode. So our practical book itself, we have a 10 Python coding. Okay, Python programs, 10 programs are there. First program we are going to discuss in this video itself. Okay, so that coding everything we going to prepare in a script mode. Okay, so script mode itself we have to prepare. Why it is means we have to easily edit in script mode itself, but interactive mode itself we mistaked anything means we cannot change. Okay, one more time we have to type that particular line or coding. Okay, so that's why I have to prepare our coding in script mode itself. Okay, so first program in Python coding, first program, okay, a part factorial program. Okay, first program is what it is, factorial program. One by one we have to see that factorial program, and then that execution and explanation part, everything. Now we going for our Python practical programs. Okay, we have 10 programs in Python programming practical session. Okay, so first programs we have to discuss. The first Python program itself, we have a part and B part. Okay, the two programs are there. Okay, A program is factorial of numbers. Okay, factorial programs. B part is sum of the series. Okay, these two programs today we are going to see in this practical session. Okay, so first program Python, first program we have to discuss. Okay, first we have to open a script mode. Okay, so start all programs. Okay, there itself Python 3.7, here IDLE. Okay, so this is a script mode. New file we have to open, file, new file. Okay, here itself we have to type our coding. Okay, you have to type your coding in script mode itself. Okay, that is easy for you also. Anything problem is we have to edit and re-save that file, and we have to execute a program. Okay, now I'm going to type a program. Okay, already I typed. Okay, why it is means I type and explain means maybe you confused. Okay, so already I typed a program. Okay, here itself only we have to type our Python program. Okay, so first program is what it is, factorial program, factorial numbers. Okay, that program we have to see first now. Okay, already I typed. Okay, first program Python 1a factorial program. Okay, so other files will be, we have to close. Okay, this is the factorial program. Okay, this program size is very small. Okay, just I have to copy and save it in a notepad itself. I will display big screen. Okay, maybe now you clear this text. Okay, this is factorial number coding. Okay, so first one, how they are declaring the variable, how that program will be executing. Okay, that one we have to see one by one. Before itself we have to know the explanation about factorial program. Okay, num is the variable name, equal int is the data type, integer value only it will be get. Okay, what is the input? Okay, data type is int, input we have to get. Okay, enter a number, we have to get a input value only for integer value. Why it is means that data type is what it is, integer. Okay, that's why we have to get a input only integer value. That value will be stored in a num variable. Okay, num variable itself, that value will be stored. Okay, so now we have to see condition we have to apply. Okay, I have to give a input, I have to give a input from here. Okay, what input I have to give? 12. Okay, any input you have to give, any value you have to give, only integer value you have to give. Okay, 12 I given. Okay, I have to check a condition here, if num equal to 0. Num value is what it is, that 12 value will be stored in a num variable. So now num value is 12, 12 equal to 0 colon. So now condition is false. False means this part is hide. Okay, go for next fact equal to 1. Okay, why they given two fact? Maybe condition is true means this fact equal to 1 will be executed. Condition, this condition will be false means going for next fact. Okay, you have to follow this space also, this indentation also you have to follow. Okay, whenever you have to typing the code in script mode, you have to follow the indentation clearly. Okay, as well as you have some errors in this program itself. Okay, that's also very important. So you have to correct these errors in your practical book itself. Okay, what are the errors are there, just you have to correct yourself. This part Okay, some of the parts are error in your book itself. Okay, I corrected everything in this coding. Okay, so just you have to correct your book itself and execute. Okay, must you have to follow this indentation also. Okay, this space also we have to follow. Okay, why it is means this if condition true means this part will execute, condition false means next part fact equal to 1. Okay, now we applied 12 equal to 0, condition is false, so this fact equal to 1 will be execute. Go for next condition, for I in range. For is the condition keyword, I is the counter variable. Okay, I is the counter variable in range. Range is the function. Okay, range function itself we have three method. One is a start value, stop value, step value. Okay, so range function is start value is what it is, 1. Okay, starting value 1. Next stop value num plus 1. Okay, so num value is what it is, 12. Okay, input what will be given, 12. 12 plus 1, 13. Okay, so stop value is 13. So in range function 13 means one value will be less. Okay, so start value 1, stop value what it is, num plus 1, 13. 12 plus 1, 13. So but in range function one value will be less. Okay, so I will tell you later. Okay, why it is that. Okay, so 12, maybe already we discussed this. Okay, this concept is already we discussed, maybe you know very well. Okay, otherwise I will tell you. Okay, start value is 1, end value is what it is, 12 only, up to 12 only in range function print. Okay, so 13 we have to give means, okay, when come to the 13 and 13, okay, range value will be stopped. Okay, so 1 to 13 ne vechiko. Okay, your clarification I enter 1 to 13. Okay, start value is 1, stop value is 13. Okay, so what it is, 12 plus 1, 13. Okay, go for next line, fact equal to fact into I. Okay, so fact value is what it is, 1. Okay, already what value is there, 1 only. Okay, 1 into I value is what it is. Okay, this start value only the I value. Okay, counter variable or value, and now what it is, first start value what it is, 1 only. Okay, now I value also 1. 1 into 1, 1. Now fact value, this factorial this fact variable value is what it is, 1. Okay, 1 value will be assigned to fact. Next print function, print factorial of num. Okay, factorial of num. Okay, num is the what input we given. Okay, that input value will be stored here. Okay, factorial of 12 is fact. Fact what it is, 1 only there. Okay, that 1 value will be come here. Okay, next step, go for condition for I in range. Okay, so now one value will be incremental. Okay, so start value now what it is, 2. 2 comma 13. Okay, so now start value, before step start value is 1. Now one value will be incremented, so step, okay, step is default, one value will be incremented. Okay, so 2. Okay, one value will be incremented, 2 comma 13. So start value is now it is 2. Okay, now I value is what it is, 2 only. Okay, 2 is the start value, that's why I value also 2 only. Okay, so now we go for fact equal to fact into I. Okay, fact last value it is what it is, 1. Okay, 1 into I value is what it is now, 2. Okay, 1 into 2, 1 is to 2. Okay, next print function factorial of num 12 is fact 2. Okay, so next step, step 3, for I in range. Okay, start value what it is now, 3 comma 13. Now start value is 3. Okay, so now I value is what it is, 3. Okay, I value is what it is, 3. Okay, next step, fact int I, fact 2. Okay, so fact last value what it is, 2 only, 2 into I value is 3. Okay, 2 into 3, now 6. Okay, 6 will be stored in a fact variable. Here this fact variable itself, what value, last value 6. Okay, that value only print from here. Okay, in print function itself 6 value will be print. Next, go for next range. Next range, start value is what it is, it will be incremented one value, 4 comma 14. Okay, so come to here, if fact value is last value what it is, 6. 6 into I value is what it is, 4. 6 is 4, 24. 6 is to 4, 24. Okay, now it will be print fact value is 24. Next, go for one value will be incremented. Okay, so start value will be incremented 5 comma 12, sorry 5 comma 13. Okay, so like that it will be moving. Okay, so next come to next step, fact value is last value what it is, 24. 24 is I value 5. 24 is to 5, what is the result? Okay, calculator you have to open otherwise. Okay, 24 is to 5, 120. Okay, now fact value is what it is, 120. Okay, now this 120 value will be stored in this fact variable. This fact variable itself, what is the last value, 120. Okay, so in print function what value will be print, fact value 120 print. Okay, next step, okay, one value will be incremented in a range function. Okay, now go for 6 comma 13 up to edu varaikkum varum. Okay, up to 13 comma 13. Okay, so it will come like that. Okay, start value 13, stop value 13, like that will come, means condition will be false. Okay, up to 12 comma 13 varaikkum namakku enna agum, it will be continuously increment the one value and processing. Okay, now we going for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, up to 12 it will be continuously checking the condition and multiply the value and stored from here. Okay, so it will be storing a fact variable itself. Okay, it will be multiplying up to 12, so storing in fact variable. Okay, so final value will be displaying from here. So how we have to find that result, sir? Okay, how it will be multiplying, sir? See here, maybe I will type now, you understand clearly. Okay, start value is what it is, 1. Okay, stop value is what it is, 12. Okay, up to 12 only we have to stop. Okay, so why it is, means range range is up to 13, but one will be less. Okay, up to 12 only in range function display. Okay, so in factorial numbers it will be calculating like that only, 1 is to 2 is 3 is 4 is 5 is 6 is 7 is 8 is 9 is 10 is 11 is 12. Okay, so what is the result of this value? That is the result of this program. Okay, factorial of 12. Okay, So you have to multiply these values everything, that is the result of factorial 12. Okay, you have to multiply this everything, that is the result of factorial 12. Okay, maybe you understand clearly. Okay, we have to go and check in program itself. Okay, we have to run our coding. Okay, this is our factorial number coding. So file, save your file, go for file option, save, run module. What input we given there? See here, we given input for 12. Okay, what is the result? 479001600. Okay, factorial of 12 is, result is 479001600. Maybe you have any doubts, means go open your calculator. Okay, so you have to clear that everything. Okay, you have to clear this. Okay, I cleared calculator itself. Now I have to multiply. Okay, up to 12 I have to multiply. Already told 12 already I told, 1 is to 2 is to, now you have to apply. Okay, I have to type in a calculator itself. 1 into 2 is 3 is 4 is 5 is 6 is 7 is 8 is 9 is 10 is 11 is 12. Okay, 1 to 12 only this range function will be displayed. Why it is? Means that our input is what it is, 12 only. Okay, up to 12 factorial only we have to find. Okay, 12, result is what it is, 479001600. Okay, this values came from here. Yes. Okay, that value only will come here. Okay, maybe you have any doubt, means you have to check like this also. Okay, this is the result of factorial 12. We have to see next program. Okay, second program, that Python program itself, Python 1 itself, second B part. Okay, sum of the series, sum of the series. I have to open that coding, Python program B part, sum of the series. Okay, this is our coding. Already I typed, just copy and paste in notepad. Okay, okay, this is our coding. Okay, sum of series. Okay, we have to see that explanation. Okay, step by step I will explain, just you have to listen. That second program, sum of series in Python. Okay, your practical program, second one. Okay, num, okay, sorry, n is the variable name, int is the data type, integer data type. Okay, so input we have to get, enter a value of n. Okay, n input we have to get. Okay, so I have to enter input 4. Okay, I entered input 4. Next variable s. Okay, s means sum. Okay, that shortcut only s I have to use. Okay, sum s equal to 0.0. Why it is? Means that some value will become fraction value also. Okay, that value will come for fraction value also, that's why I given 0.0 for s variable. Okay, next step, for I in range. Okay, I means counted variable in range function itself we have start value, stop value, step value. Okay, d partly step value 1 will be incremented or all step. Okay, one step will complete means one value will be incremented, next step completed means one value will be incremented. Okay, defaultly step 1 will be incremented in all the steps finishing. up to stop value. Okay, range function itself, start value is what it is, 1. Stop value n plus 1. N plus 1 means n value is 4. See here, now n value is what it is, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. Okay, see here, start value 1 comma stop value 5. Up to 5 only we have to display. So range up to 5 means stop value what it is, 5. Okay, so one value will be less. Okay, up to 4 only we have to print. Okay, up to 4 only condition will check. Okay, 5 will come means automatically condition will be stopped and close that condition and exit a program. Okay, I will explain one by one. Start value 1. Okay, stop value 5. Step value, defaultly one value will be incremented in all the step. Okay, so I value is what it is now, 1. Okay, start value is the I value. Okay, next step, a one variable I declare, a equal to float. What purpose we have to use float? Data type is what purpose we have to use, fraction value will be print in the float data type. That's why I have to use in a float data type from here. Okay, I star star double star I am using here, I double star I. Okay, that means I power I. Okay, the more 2 stars will come means that means I power I. Okay, divided by I. Okay, now I value is what it is, this is start value. Okay, this is the I value now. Okay, 1 power 1. Okay, result will be 0. Result will be 1 divided by I. Okay, so a value is first value what it is, 1. Okay, a value will be 1. Okay, this 1 value will be stored in a variable. Next step, s means already I told you sum. Okay, s equal to s plus a. Okay, s value is already 0.0. Okay, 0.0 plus a value what it is, 1. Okay, a value is 1. 0.0 plus 1. Okay, what is the result of this s, 1.0. 1.0. Okay, so now this 1.0 value will be stored in s variable. Okay, that value will be changed now. Okay, first 0.0. Okay, now that s value will be changed 1.0. Next, print function, print the sum of the series is s value is what it is, 1.0, that will be stored here. Okay, next step 1 is over. Next step 2. Okay, step value 1 will be incremented. Okay, one value will be incremented means 2 comma 5. Okay, next step 2. Okay, one value will be incremented 2 comma 5. Start value is what it is now, 2. Okay, in range function start value is what it is now, 2. Why it is means one value will be incremented. Okay, step, okay, that step value will be incremented 1. Okay, so that's why 2 comma 5. Okay, now I value is 2. Okay, next is coding, a equal to float, I value is what it is now, 2. Okay, 2 power 2. Okay, 2 is to 2, 4. Okay, 4 divided by I, 2 only. Okay, 4 divided by 2. Okay, we have to divide. Okay, what is the result, 2 only. Okay, next line, s equal to s plus a. S value is finally what value, last result 1.0. S value is 1.0 plus a value what it is, 2.0. Okay, so now what is the result of s, 3.0. Okay, so next print function s itself 3.0 value will be stored. Okay, next step 1 value will be incremented. Okay, what is that? 3 comma 5. Come to next step. Now I value is what it is? 3. Okay, I power I. Okay, 3 power 3. Okay, so how to we have to type that? 3 power 3 means this is the meaning, 3 is to 3 is to 3. Okay, this is the meaning of 3 power 3. Okay, 3 is to 3, 9. 9 is to 3, 27. Okay, 27 divided by I. Okay, so I value is 3. Okay, 27 divided by 3, what is the result? 9. Correct? Yes. Next, s equal to s plus a. S final value is what it is? Last value 3.0. 3.0 plus a value is what it is? 9. Okay, last value 9. Okay, 3.0 plus 9, 12. 12.0. Now s value is what it is? Last value 12.0 will be print. Okay, next one step will be incremented. 4 comma 5. Okay, so now I value is 4. Okay, so I power I. Okay, so how you have to multiply? 4 is to 4 is to 4 is to 4. Okay, we have to multiply this like this. Okay, 4 power 4 means this is the meaning. Okay, 4 power 4, we have to multiply value 4 in 4 times. Okay, that is called a 4 power 4. 4 is to 4, 16. 16 is to 4, 64. 64 into 4, 120. Okay, 120. Okay, 120 divided by I. Okay, what is the value? I value 4. 120 divided by 4, we have to divide. Okay, 64. Okay, 64 will come. Okay, now a value is what it is? 64. A variable value is 64. Come to next code line. Okay, s equal to s plus a. S value is what it is? 12.0. Last value 12.0 plus a value is what it is? 64. So 12.0 plus 64, 76.0. Now s value is what it is? Final value 76.0. Okay, next step one will be incremental. Range value will be incremental. 5 comma 5. So now start value also 5 and end value also 5, so each value same. Okay, that's why this part, okay, here itself our condition will be stopped. Okay, it will be stopped. Why it is means stop value is 5 and start value also 5 only. Okay, that's why it will be stopped here itself. Okay, so automatically stop. Finally, what value will be printed from print function? The sum of the series is yes. Okay, final value is yes, what it is? 76.0. This is the result of sum of series. Okay, sum of series 76.0. This is the value of 4. Okay, what input we given? Okay, the sum of the series 4, value is what it is? 76.0. that is the result. Okay, we have to execute now. Okay, our program here itself is there. Okay, we have to execute our program and find the result of that sum of series. Okay, this is our coding. I have to execute. Before itself I have to save file save. Okay, go for run module. What input I given? 4 only I given input 4. What is the result here? Final result 76.0. Okay, already we find it. Okay, what is the result? 76.0. that is the last value of s. Okay, that result only displaying from here. The sum of the series is 76.0. this is the result. Okay, maybe you understand clearly. You have any other doubt, you call me and ask your doubt and clarify yourself. Okay, your practical program first one is completed. Okay, first one itself we have part A factorial program, part B sum of series. Okay, these two program is completed this video link itself. Okay, maybe you clear factorial program and sum of the series. Thank you students, have a nice day.